had my vehicle service this week, and I got a phone call maybe about a couple of days afterward, and the guy at the dealership said, hey, I was calling to see how your service went, were you happy with everything? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we had, small talk, and then he hit me with, hey, and have you considered trading in your Mustang for something newer? So I said, well, yeah. I said, but right now I can't afford it. And literally my brain clicked and said, change that. So I then said to him, yeah, I do intend to get a new GT, and I'm going to probably get it, sometime mid-year. I said, I'm working on, some other projects. I said, so just give me some time to, work some things out. He said, yeah, because you have really, good equity in your vehicle, and, we could trade it in and you could get, really good. So he's talking me into, Ford has this, that, and the other. And I'm like, and for y'all that don't know, I am a Ford girly. Ford has been good to me for over 20 some odd years. And so, yeah, I'm a Ford girly. So he, was talking, yeah, we can do. He didn't have to talk me into anything. But what I had to talk myself into is remembering that I am a child of abundance, and an abundant God that will give me the desires of my heart. And so this is not my typical content that talks about menopause wellness as it relates to confidence, intimacy, and cognition. I want to spend a little time talking about manifestation and, midlife. So hold up, I'm going to get out the bed and actually take my little scarf off. But again, I think sometimes we lose the art of wishful thinking and dreaming and planning what our future will look like, because we've gotten to a certain age and we're like, oh, that's not what we need to be doing. And yeah, you do. Because you may have less years in front of you than you have behind you. Nevertheless, you're still living. You still have that space to want more, to have more, to be more. As you know, I'm married to a menopause wellness coach, and I help women manage menopause symptoms to live a scintillating second half through holistic strategies. So even though this is not per se a, hey, you need to eat this kind of food, or you need to accept, this kind of spirit, well, actually it is. Manifesting is a spiritual practice. However, this is strictly about manifesting and wishing and hoping and dreaming for more. The first thing I would say to do, number one, release that scarcity through reflection. And when I say release it through reflection, just think about the goodness of the universe and how you have been so abundantly blessed. You're still here, number one, especially if you are a woman of a certain age. You're still here. You have roof over your head, you have vehicles, or you have a mode of transportation. Hopefully you have a good circle of friends, and the abundance that is around you is more than you sometimes recognize. And it's placed there so that none of us are an island. So when we think about and reflect on the abundance that we've gotten, from me, I even just look at today. I have not left the house today, and I haven't missed a meal, and I haven't gone to the grocery store, so I shouldn't have much to eat. However, I've had a sandwich, I've had some popcorn, I've had some flour, so I was able to make me a waffle. I have plenty of fruit, so I haven't missed anything. So I look at the abundance that is right here in front of me that sometimes it's overlooked. So take some time, reflect, and release that scarcity by looking at the abundance that you are afforded. And with that, create a practice of gratitude. I know for me, when I turn my body, get out the bed, my feet hit the floor, I immediately am giving gratitude. Whether it's for me being able to wiggle my fingers, for me to be able to open my eyes and see, for my feet to be able to hit the ground. I had cramps so badly the other night that I was up and down, up and down, up and down all night. And I got up and I said, whew, I thank you for, allowing me to get some level of rest and relaxation throughout the night. And I've already been told I need more electrolytes in my system, so I haven't gotten it, so it's my fault. So yeah, I'm gonna have those cramps. I work out, and I do water workouts because I went to the doctor and was told that I am probably a good candidate for a partial knee replacement. Okay. But it still hasn't stopped anything. I went to the pool the other day. I'm still being physically active. I know that I can get on a, what do you call those stationary bikes? I can get on the elliptical. Those things are boring to me. However, if that's where I am, that's where I am, because I'm still going to continue to move my body and work out, because a body at rest stays at rest. Body in motion stays in motion. All I could do was just be thankful. I'm not where I was, and I am grateful for where I am and where I'm going. I was able to transition from K-12 education. I'm now working in higher education. I was working as a teacher. I've been in administration in a K-12 school. I decided I wanted to move on to something else. I will wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I want to do X, Y, and Z. And I do it. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to do different things. And then I have a journal. It's too far across the bed, so I'm not getting ready to go and reach for it. But I journal, I visualize. I have a vision board on my wall. And on my vision board, it has, a little map, and it says, okay, we're going to start here. We're going to go here. We're going to talk about our mind, our body, our spirit, enjoyment. All of those things are on my vision board, and I talk about them just at random, and I thank the universe for, hey, I don't have this vacation right at this very second, but I can see it in my future. So I wanted to take my guy on a trip, and I don't want to say it just in case he sees this, to a certain place. And just so happened, somebody said, hey, we live in that certain place, and if y'all want to come, just if you can get a plane ticket and come, we got you once you get here. And I just think about just those kinds of conversations and just synchronicities and things that people say and do to assist me as I'm on this journey. And I'm grateful for that. So definitely give gratitude. Set clear intentions. Don't just say, oh, I want to take a vacation. No. Where do you want to take a vacation to? What do you want that vacation to entail? Is it a 1-day vacation, a 2-day vacation? Set the clearest intention that you can. I want to make enough money this year in order to buy or to start paying for the vehicle that I want to get, my Mustang GT. So I have to put clear intentions, because I can't say this is just what I want and I'm not doing anything or setting the correct intention to say, hey, this is how this is going to work. And so then that brings me to point number 5, is that you have to take action. So if I feel like, yeah, I want this Mustang GT, I'm going to get this Mustang GT. No, it's not going to just fall out of the sky. I actually have to create revenue. I actually have to go and look at it, see what I want, what options or what features I want on it. and then say, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. I need to make this amount of money in order to get the vehicle that I want. And that's with anything. So the television is on right now, but if I want a good night's sleep, I have to learn to set the atmosphere for a good night's sleep. Turn the television off. Make sure that the lights are off in all the rooms. Turn my ceiling fan on. All of those things are taking aligned action. And just really quickly, I wrote a note here. When we're setting these intentions and doing all of those things, especially right now during the winter solstice, you have to understand that those things are falling into the ground. Some ground is fertile, some not so much. But let me tell you something that I recognized and found out about seeds when they're in the ground during this time. So during the winter solstice and during the time from, let's say, late November, December till about January, February, seeds are in the ground and they are absorbing moisture. So you still have to pour into the things that you are seeking and expecting to get some type of yield from. They're protecting themselves. Whatever you're putting out in the universe, whatever the intention is, you ain't got to tell nobody. It's yours. Keep it to yourself. Seeds are experiencing stratification, which is a chemical change that the seeds undergo in order to start to grow and poke out of the actual seed as the piece of the seed that comes, the inner part of the seed that comes out and comes out of the seed for germination. And then they're also building. So again, there is a chemical process that's taking place, and the energy that's being built is going to allow for the sprout that once the germination takes place, that sprout is going to be able to come out of the hard shell of the seed. And then this is the last thing. It's waiting for optimal conditions. So the ground is usually hard during this time, depending on where you are on the planet. But we're going to say just in the northern hemisphere of the United States, the seed and the seedling is waiting for optimal conditions. And so basically the seed is saying, hey, I'm waiting to pop out and show them something. And so these are things that as we are creating this atmosphere to manifest and create the life that we want, because again, just because we are midlife or over 40, over 50, over 60, we still deserve to live a great and grand life. So number one, as we're manifesting in midlife, I don't even know what I'm calling this, but we have to release that scarcity mindset through reflection. So we want to make sure that we are reflecting on the goodness and the greatness of the Most High and accept what is coming. Create a gratitude practice. Again, I get up every day when my feet hit the ground, I'm giving gratitude for something. It could be for the fact that that the wall paint is a good color and it reflects the sunlight. I don't know, I just made something up. Visualize that abundance. So what do you see? What are you visualizing? Visualizing whatever it is that you want to see, because you have to see a thing before it becomes what it is. As you're driving, you have to see the direction in which you're going in order to get there. So you have to visualize what it is that you want. Set a clear intention. So don't just say, I want to be rich. Really? What are you doing? And what does that intention actually, I want to work 2 jobs to have extra income to invest in order to become a wealthy human. However you want to, but it needs to be clear and highly thought out. And then again, take aligned action. As I said, get 2 jobs or whatever. Take aligned action. So if I say that I want to be a supermodel in my 50s and 60s and beyond, I have to be in places that are looking for models with my physique to get what I want. So listen, we're there. Ladies, we're manifesting in midlife. I know this is not my typical content. However, this woke me up out of my sleep, if y'all can't tell. If you have any questions, let me know. And I can't say have the day that you deserve because it's 2 o'clock. It's 2:12 in the morning. So all right, I hope that you all are sleeping and getting the rest that you need or deserve. So I have more tomorrow. All right, peace.